And now we come to the end. Roll that intro for the last time.
My little pony, my little pony. Equestria girls.
Greetings, bronies and Pegasisters alike. Welcome to what will be the last Equestrian analysis. I'm your host, Crimson Shield. In this episode, I will be analyzing Equestria Girls Sunset's Backstage Pass. You have no idea how many times I had to say that title before I got through it. Surprisingly, that's a very hard title to say. Anyways, I want to welcome you here to the very last Equestrian analysis. Since Equestria Girls is now over, there's no more videos or specials for me to analyze. I still have 2 more episodes of Crimson analysis for My Little Pony, Adventure Was Magic, but those will be later. I don't know why, but I never got tired of this intro. I still love it, just as much as the first time. And no, I never skip it when I watch this special, or any of the specials or movies for that matter.
My friends come running. You were right all along. That together we're always better. We could turn a sketch into a masterpiece. When you're here, I feel like I'm complete. You are my Equestria girls.
Stars World Music Festival, we have arrived! 2 days and nights of cool music, hot food, and sleeping under the stars.
Oh, a music festival. That's awesome. I can guarantee we're not going to see Jonathan here. He hates music festivals. Wait, is that Zephyr Breeze? Of course he's here. A hippie is going to be here. Hi, Derpy.
Stars World Music Festival, we have arrived!
Wait. Pause. Go back. A little bit farther. Pause. Zoom. That's Wallflower. Wallflower is actually here. Man, she's really trying to come out of her shell. That's awesome.
To Pinky and me, this festival's about one thing only. Post Crush!
I don't know why, but the first time I heard that name, I thought it's actually a pretty good name for a pop group. Nice ringtone.
Stars World Day 1! Come and get it!
I wonder why it's called the Star Swirl Music Festival. I'm not really sure what Star Swirl ever did in this world. We don't even know if he had a human counterpart or not. My headcanon says there's only one Star Swirl and only one Discord.
Main objective, get front row for post-crush. Mission procedure, if we cut around the Neon Garden to the main stage and rush the front during Ponyver's set, we can camp there till showtime.
Yeah, at events like this, you really have to go as early as possible to get a good spot. And of course, being Pinky, she's easily distracted.
Secondary objective, win a tandem bicycle! All I have to do is guess how many candies are in the jar, and my sugar senses say 305!
You know, I'm actually surprised she got that wrong. I mean, it's Pinky. If anyone can get it, she can. What was that? That's definitely equestrian magic, but what was that?
Star Swirl Day 1! Come and get it!
Ow!
Oops. Sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
Stars World Day 1?
Wait, what?
So, what do you think, Twy? Any scientific explanation for this?
It's possible that yesterday a snag in the fabric of space-time could cause a temporal point, i.e. today, to fold in on itself, and thereby repeat. Quite fascinating, really.
Time loop.
I've been watching a lot of Star Trek and a lot of Stargate recently, so I actually understood all of that, and I'm pretty well versed in the art of time travel at this point. I wonder why Sunset and myself are the only ones that notice the date is repeating. No one else does.
Sunset? Sunset? Are you? Did you be?
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, it is Pinky's fault. Sunset has a right to be angry. But this might be going a little bit too far. I mean, I completely understand. And I hate to say it, but I would probably do the same thing. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying I understand her thought process. Looks like Wallflower loves Post Crush too. That's adorable.
We lost track of each other.
Me? Lose track of Sunset? But she's been right here the whole time, right, actual Sunset Shimmer?
Right, Pinkie Pie. By the way, your roasting technique is flawless.
Thanks!
Uh-oh, not Pinky Mina. Well, her hair is still frizzy, so we're not quite there yet, but I feel like we're heading that direction. And we will not ever get there. Because of the fact that the day repeats, Pinkie Pie won't remember any of this by tomorrow.
How was the show?
It was perfect.
I was being judgmental, darling. What is the point of throwing shade if no one's there to catch it?
Ah, nice Rarity. That's one of my favorite salty Rarity moments. Okay, there are two characters in the show which is very hard to see them cry. That's Fluttershy and Pinkie. And Sunset, but I think that's only for me. I'm sure everyone agrees with me for Fluttershy and Pinkie. I don't know why Sunset didn't just try running from Pinkie again. I mean, it worked. If she just stayed in Pinkie's view a little bit longer instead of trying to lose her, she and Pinkie could have gotten to the concert together, without Pinkie being distracted. I mean, look, it worked. Pinkie followed her almost all the way there, without the distractions. If she would have tried this again, but not tried to lose Pinkie, I believe it would have worked.
Cue Snips, and push Sandalwood out of the way in 3, 2...
You stage direct? Whoa! Oh, you could have warned me, you know.
Tried that. You called me a witch.
Wow, if she's that used to it, I wonder how long this has been going on for.
Hey, watch it!
Sorry, thought you didn't come up till later. I'll make a note of that for next time. Day 17, saw a paint guy by food truck.
Wait, 17 days? Wow, that's a long time.
Saw a paint guy by food truck right before he breaks up with his girlfriend. It's not you, it's her. I'm not a witch. I'm just gonna go.
Kevin, you better run.
I hate that part. I feel so bad for her. I mean, look at her. I think she's cute. I don't know why he would break up with her. Of course, there's a lot more to a relationship than just looks, but still.
I'm wondering if that changed later on.
Jonathan, I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you hated music festivals.
I hate crowds. There's a difference. Besides, it doesn't look like this place is that crowded.
What were you saying about the paint guy's girlfriend?
Oh, it's just that we see her quite a few times throughout the rest of the special, and she looks fine. I don't know about you, but if I'd been broken up with, I wouldn't stick around.
Okay, that does seem a little strange, and I see your point. But this is a time loop. You can't change things in it.
Can't you?
What do you mean? Sunset has been through this so many times, she knows exactly what's going to happen. She's memorized this.
One little change can make a whole world of difference. Remember, the show has told us this on many occasions. Just one little change in the timeline can make a big difference.
Would you mind running that by me again? I'm not following.
Maybe I better let Sakura explain it.
Ah, time is a river where even the tiniest changes seen can lead to a cascade of effects downstream.
I think it's safe to assume that Sunset has been reliving the day over and over, more or less exactly the same way. If she's this bored by it at this point, then she must be reliving the same thing over and over and not deviating from what she did the previous day. If she never deviates from her usual actions, then nothing will change. But, as the chorus said, one little change can lead to a cascade effect downstream. If Sunset never deviates, the timeline doesn't change. But maybe if she made one little change, the breakup wouldn't have happened. I'm not saying for sure it wouldn't have happened, but changing certain little things do have a butterfly effect.
Okay, I get what you're saying now. We only see the breakup this time. We never see if Sunset's actions change this later on.
Exactly.
Kevin, you better run.
Run from my problems? I actually haven't tried that yet.
Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah, running from your problems never works. Is it weird that I half expected this to happen?
Seriously? You think they put this in Little Kid Show?
I said I half expected it. Something was gonna happen to keep her here. And now that I think about it, she actually could have left. There's no reason she can't leave this area. Nothing's keeping her here. It wouldn't break the time loop, the day would still repeat, but she could leave.
I don't think that's entirely accurate. We're not sure when the day is actually set to repeat. We don't know how long it takes that effect to happen. Sunset always falls asleep before the day actually sets to repeat. If she actually did leave the campground, when the day resets, wouldn't she just end up back at the campsite?
Hadn't thought about that.
I probably ask you this every day, but what did Princess Twilight say when you told her about this?
The journal, of course! How did I not try that weeks ago?
Of course. Wonder why she never thought about this.
Star Swirl Day 1! Come and get it!
Okay, after 17 days, you think she would have found a way to avoid this.
Sunset, I've been doing some research, and it looks like you found another long-lost equestrian artifact.
What?
How many things do your people actually dump in this world?
The Time Twirler.
Seriously, that's what you're going with? A whole room full of writers and you couldn't come up with anything better?
The Time Twirler. I don't know how it found its way into your world, but when activated, it has the power to loop time.
Oh, a copy and paste spell, nice.
What you're experiencing isn't simply magic run amok, or a wish gone awry. Some pony is using the Time Twirler to cause this.
Every day's the same.
Round and round and round and round.
When I first saw this scene and heard these three people, I thought something had gone wrong. I thought something had changed. But no, it was still the same. Either Sunset hadn't noticed this before, or she was just never in this part of the park before. Now, I was so disappointed that I got spoiled for this.
Where do we go? Every day's the same. Do we lose the magic, magic, magic? So ordinary, stuck on repeat. Gotta find the passion, passion, passion. The days go round and round, round and round. Gotta break away, find a great escape. Round and round and round, round and round and round. Oh, let's find the magic. Let's find the magic.
I had seen this short before I watched this special, and because I really liked the song, I had listened to it multiple times before I watched the special. So by the time we heard it, I knew who it was.
They lost their voices! They gotta be using magic!
That or vocal processing.
They wouldn't! Wait, what am I talking about? Of course they would!
Yeah, but I don't think they are. The special kind of implies that they aren't, that they are actually singing.
And I think Crimson also agrees, they are actually singing, not using magic in any way. Not to mention, vocal processing can't be done on a live performance. I mean, they could be lip syncing, but again, the special kind of implies that they are not. And you take a big risk lip syncing in a live performance. If something goes wrong, you're found out. Regardless, I'm still glad to see them. We haven't seen them for a very long time, and they were the most interesting villains this show ever had.
The chord progression is kind of samey.
And the Dazzlings are behind the time loop.
Still no excuse for lazy songwriting.
Why couldn't Rarity have done this more? I love this side of her.
New mission. We have to get backstage.
Our backstage passes are only good for day 2, and you're not a VIP.
Say hello to Hattie the kitty cat.
Where's the kitty?
If you spend all your time keeping people out, how are you ever gonna let anybody in? To your heart.
Oh, gosh. Go ahead and go backstage, the both of you.
Really? Wow, thanks!
I have a big problem with this scene. I'm a big animal lover myself, so I understand how he feels, but when the day resets, he won't have the kitty anymore. This is the only part of the special that really bothered me.
Wait, did one of you remember to take the bread out of the toaster?
It's not my job to not start fires.
How is I supposed to know you can't put tacos in the toaster?
Yep, Sonata is still my favorite. And it looks like she still loves tacos. She's wearing a taco shirt and skirt.
I had a sneaky suspicion it actually wasn't them because them being here was a little too convenient for it to be them.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a big trope in shows. If the show tries really hard to make us think someone did something, it's usually never that person that did it. And lots of us already know the Dazzlings and what they're like, so the show didn't have to try that hard to make us distrust them. But still, because I'm well versed in TV shows and I know about this trope, I was pretty sure it wasn't them.
We made the mistake of using our powers to manipulate Canterlot High School, and we've paid the price for it. With our magic.
Unless you count the magic of vocal processing.
Okay, vocal processing is mentioned here, but lots of singers will sing with another vocal track if someone is not there to fill that vocal track. And she mentioned the looping of vocal before. I think that's what the vocal processing is referring to, that looped track they used. Because again, the special makes it seem like they are actually singing and not just lip syncing. I still love these three. I really wish they'd had a bigger part in the special. But at least we got to see them again and see what they're up to. And they actually help Sunset figure out what to do.
If the day's always the same, maybe you're the one who needs to change.
Star Swirl, day one. Come and get it.
Not today.
Finally, after 17 days, I thought she would have learned to do this sooner.
All I have to do is guess how many candies are in the jar, and my sugar senses say 305. Oh.
572 and a half, counting the green jelly bean you ate part of in the parking lot.
I wish they had shown us how she knows this, because we're never shown what happens every single day considering those 17 days. Did she read the mind of the person running this stand at some point? Because I don't see how else she would have known.
Your lousy golf cart broke down to me for the last time.
Wait, what was that?
What?
Something changed. I think my theory about the pink guy's girlfriend just got some evidence. Look.
Your lousy golf cart broke down to me for the last time. Find someone else to deliver churros backstage to Post Crush, because I quit!
This never happened the last 17 or so times. Honestly, I've lost track. Susie even says it herself.
Hey, the usual delivery guy looks like two girls today.
This is evidence that things can change with every cycle. Nothing stays exactly the same. Something changed. Something had to happen for this to be altered. They saw the same guy every day for about 17 days, but now it's changed.
That begs the question though, is this guy in the time loop as well?
What do you mean?
He said, your golf cart has broken down on me for the last time. But this is still just day one of the festival. Even if the golf cart broke down every day, which it probably did, he wouldn't remember it because of the time reset.
I think that has more to do with the fact that happens every time they go to a festival. This is probably not the only festival they work at, and this is an annual event, so they've been going here for who knows how long. I think for the past couple of years, or who knows how long, the golf cart has broken down every single time they've gone to a festival. And this guy probably works at the same company she works for, and by now he's just had enough. This confirms my theory that things can change from day to day. So maybe during some of the cycles, the paint guy didn't break up with his girlfriend. As I've already confirmed, she looks fine later on. I admit it, this is one of the few theories I've had that actually has some evidence for it.
You're pretty proud of the fact this came to fruition, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, the usual delivery guy looks like two girls today. I mean, today is the first time we have done this. Yesterday was, a different day.
Today can be a funny thing.
Word. Thanks for being fans, but we gotta, get on stage.
Their attitudes may not be the greatest, but I do like their voices, and they are pretty.
We're gonna loop our show till it's perfect.
I wanted things to go perfectly too, but now I know they never do.
My Little Pony has tackled this message before, but they do it differently here with a different motivation and a different reason, so it still works.
What's wrong?
Hey look, it's Derpy and Wallflower. Well, makes sense. They are in the gardening club together. Okay, how? Those don't work that way. Hey look, the pink guy's girlfriend again, and she looks fine.
Our legacy is destroyed!
Did anyone else expect that to not work? I thought it would be a lot harder to turn off. I'll just let this scene play out because I love the way it was done.
And you ruined it!
Are you sure about that? Your fans don't want perfection. They just want to see you rocking out and having fun. Sometimes the flaws and silly mistakes are what makes the experience perfect. That's the best part about seeing live music. And it's the best part of being friends.
We did used to have a lot of fun.
Guess we got so wrapped up in the pressure to be perfect.
We forgot.
So what do you say?
I don't know. This one's for real.
Let's do it then. For real. It'll be you and me, just like old times. Whatever happens, happens.
I love the way the message was shown.
You know, they keep talking about this being the last time these two will play together.
After they canceled their last tour to go on indefinite hiatus,
Let me hear 3 big cheers for 2 best friends who got back together for one incredible night! 3 big cheers for the 2 best friends who got back together for one incredible night!
But after learning this lesson, I kind of think they'll keep going. They say themselves, they got wrapped up in the pressure and being perfect.
We did used to have a lot of fun.
Guess we got so wrapped up in the pressure to be perfect.
We forgot.
Now that that's not an issue for them, they can continue to play and have fun like they used to. I really like this song, so I'm going to let it play.
Always first place, never second best. Only high stakes, we aim to impress. And there's no room for mistakes. Yeah, we're flawless every day, cause we're all about perfection. Projecting that pure reflection, exceeding your expectations. Yeah. Be the true original. Dare to be what you are meant to be. Working hard, that's our thing. All this way, we're perfect, perfectly true. True original. True original. True original. We're perfect, perfectly true. Oh, true original. Oh, hey. True original. But it's not about perfection. Set off in your own direction. Shake off the expectations. You're the true original. Dare to be who you are meant to be. Free yourself, do your thing, all your way. You're perfect and perfectly you. True original. True original. True original. You're perfect and perfectly you.
The message in this song is also really good, and it does hit me hard, because I am a perfectionist as well. So I kind of understand what they're going through with this whole perfection thing, because it's something that I struggle with. They may not have had a lot of time to develop these characters, but I still like them. I like their voices, speaking and singing, and I think they're both really pretty. And there we have it. That was Equestrian Girls Sunset's Backstage Pass.
Final thoughts, I really enjoyed this special. In fact, compared to the other ones we've had recently, I think I enjoyed this one more than Roller Coaster of Friendship. And probably even more than Spring Breakdown as well. Although I believe Spring Breakdown was better than Roller Coaster of Friendship, in my opinion.
We got to see the Dazzlings again, which is something a lot of us have been wanting for a very, very long time. We wanted to know what they're doing now that they no longer had their magic.
We even got to see Wallflower again. Even though it was just in the background and she never talked, we get to see her starting to come out of her shell and trying new things, which is great. Now, is this special better than some of the movies? Probably not. I still think the top tier Equestria Girls movie, or special if you prefer, was Forgotten Friendship. I still think that is top tier. I don't think any of the Equestria Girls specials or movies top that one. In my opinion, that was the best one they've ever had. However, this one is pretty close to them. I don't think it's quite as good as the movies or Forgotten Friendship, but it is pretty close.
It's definitely better than Spring Breakdown and Roller Coaster of Friendship.
I would give this Equestria Girls a rating of 9.7 out of 10.
Agreed, that's what it deserves.
It may not be the best special out there, but it was fun. I really enjoyed myself watching this.
I'm not going to be showing my favorite scenes this time, as this video is already very long.
It's probably a good idea.
Hey, wait a minute. How did you get here? Why were you in the time loop? Come to think of it, why was I in the time loop?
I was already planning on coming to the music festival. That's why I was already here.
I'm talking about the time loop. But only a few people were affected by the time loop. Well, everyone was affected, but only a few people noticed it was happening.
I think the Time Twirler, still think there could have been a better name for it, only works in a limited area.
That can't be true. Everyone was affected by it.
Let me finish. I think I figured this out. When that device was activated the first time, we saw a magical shockwave, and Sunset was caught in it, as well as myself and you. All three of us were caught in that shockwave, and obviously Susie and Kalo, as they were the ones that activated it. So if you're close enough or within range of the device when it is activated, you are then protected from the time loop. Myself, Sunset, and you just happened to be in range when it was activated. We just got lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you see it. Now let's talk about the theme a little bit. Perfection.
My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, did tackle this in the episode The Point of No Return.
But as I previously stated, here the motivation and reason for perfection was different. It's still the same problem, but they were done in a different enough way that was still interesting and fun to watch, even though it was a rehash of a previous lesson.
Myself and Jonathan are both perfectionists, although I think Jonathan more than me. So this special really spoke to us on a personal level.
Perfectionism is one reason it takes us so long to get some videos out. We want them to be perfect.
We have to constantly remind ourselves that perfection is not something that is achievable. You can never get something perfect, as Twilight learned.
Perfection. The impossible pursuit.
If you get caught up in trying to make something perfect, you're going to lose the fun you had in whatever you're doing in the first place. Like with these two girls, Susie and Kalo. They used to have so much fun playing and just rocking out together. But when they started trying to be perfect in every show they did, they lost sight of what was fun to begin with. Now, they're just doing this for one night because they couldn't handle the perfection and the pressure anymore. That now that this is over, now that they have learned their lesson, I believe they'll keep playing together. This will no longer be their last show.
We've seen stuff like this time and time again in the show. But even in the Buckball episode, as soon as Pinkie and Fluttershy were trying to be perfect and not disappoint Ponyville, the game no longer was fun for them anymore, and they no longer played well.
The minute doing something perfectly creeps into your mind is the moment that you no longer have fun, as perfection is the only thing you can think about. And once that happens, you lose the passion you had for whatever you're doing. Like video, for example. I love making videos. I love editing videos. But I spent so much time trying to get this one perfect, it became a chore for me. I was no longer having fun making these videos. So to get it done, I had to take a step back and remind myself that perfection is not something I can achieve. It's not an easy thing for me to do, but the fact that you're seeing this video right now shows you that I was able to do it. There are a lot of people in this world that are perfectionists.
If you are a perfectionist now, you will always be a perfectionist. It's not something you can just break the habit of. It's written into your system. There's nothing wrong with doing something to the best of your ability, but it isn't going to be perfect. If you worked hard at it and did your best, that's all you can hope to ask for.
In conclusion, this was an awesome special. I really enjoyed it. I still wish that security guard could have kept the kitty though.
Well, now that this is over, what are you going to do?
What I've always done. Try to protect this world from magic to the best of my ability. As long as there's magic around, and there probably will be from now on, I feel it is my self-appointed job to protect it.
I don't think magic will always be around.
Your people kept dumping magical artifacts in this world. Until we find them all, magic will always be a problem.
Remember what Sunset said?
Don't worry, I do.
Whatever happens is gonna happen. I've just gotta live in the moment, right?
As we stated, I give this episode 9.7 out of 10. Well, that's it for the last episode of Equestrian Analysis. I'm Crimson Shield.
And I'm Jonathan.
Thanks for watching.